Hi, my name is Lori and welcome back to another video. I am coming to you from the mountains and I have a very special guest with me today, my brother Arman.
Hi guys.
So today we are going to be teaching you how to make rhubarb crumble. The ingredients for this are 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup all-purpose flour, half a cup of sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, 2 cups quick oats. And then for the fruit, you're going to need rhubarb. So this should be enough for about 6 cups chopped. 2 medium-sized apples. This should be enough for about 2 cups of diced apples. And then strawberries, which should be enough for 2 cups of diced strawberries. And now, time for the tools.
So what you're going to need for the tools are non-stick cooking spray, small, medium, large mixing bowls, 2 measuring cups, 1 9x13 baking dish, a cutting board, a peeler, a knife, 2 forks, and measuring units.
So, let's get started.
Before we start chopping our fruit, make sure your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So now that we've finished washing all of our fruits, we are going to start chopping our rhubarb. So before we begin, we are going to cut off the sides because they look a bit dry. We're just going to put that off to the side. So what you're going to do to the rhubarb is first you're going to cut it in half. And now we're going to set this half aside and we're going to cut this down the middle like that. And now we're going to chop like this. We finished chopping all of our rhubarb into 1/2-inch pieces. And now we are going to put them in the bowl. And this is 6 cups. We are going to start slicing our strawberries. Before we begin, we are going to cut off the stem like this. Just cut off the top like that and put it in the bowl. Let's start slicing. You're going to put your strawberry upright and cut it into quarters. Set it off to the side. We are going to need 2 cups. So we've cut all our strawberries and put it into the measuring cup. It's about 2 cups, and we're going to put it into the bowl with the rhubarb. Now we are going to start peeling and dicing our apples. We'll need 2 cups of these. So you are going to press down and slide it across the apple. So we have peeled all of our apples and now we're going to start dicing them. So curling our fingers, we're going to cut like that, turn it around, do the same to the other side. Now we're going to lay it flat and cut and do the same on the other side. Okay, put the core to the side and we are going to start chopping these. So we're going to cut twice and cut them down the middle. Put them off to the side. So we have roughly 2 cups of apples and we're going to put it into our bowl of fruit. And we're going to set that aside and Laura's going to show you how to do the crumble part.
Thank you, Arman, for chopping the fruit and putting it in the bowl. And now it is my turn to teach you how to make the crumble. So we're going to first start off with adding 1/2 cup of sugar to the small bowl. So we're going to pour, that is 1/2 cup of sugar. So half a cup of sugar into the bowl. And then we are going to add a teaspoon. We're just gonna put this teaspoon of cinnamon. This is going to go over the fruit when we put it in the pan. So after I put in the cinnamon, we're going to mix it together to make this wonderful cinnamon sugar. It's really, really good. And then once it's well mixed, we're going to set it off to the side for later. Okay. To make the crumble, we are going to use our medium bowl. We're going to first add 1 cup of all-purpose flour to the bowl. Okay. We are going to need 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So using the tablespoon measurements we have on the side of the butter, I'm going to count 10 tablespoons, and then I'm going to cut that part off with a knife. Make sure your butter is not too softened, but make sure it's not too hard, rigid, and cold. So you kind of want the little mix. I remember the first time when we made this crumble, it was for my grandma's birthday, and she loved it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting the 10 tablespoons of butter into smaller pieces. It doesn't have to be super small, but just trying to get it a little bit smaller so it's easier to make it into a coarse crumble. We're gonna add some of the butter to the flour. And once we're done with that, we're going to use our fork to start making it into smaller pieces and making sure that the flour coats the butter. Now that we have combined our butter with our flour, we're going to add our 2 cups of oats. Of course, you can always use an electric mixer, but I am using my hands for this video. So we're going to add our 2 cups of oats and combine this. Ooh, and it looks so good. Oh my goodness. After combining our oats with the butter and the flour, we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar to the mix. Yum. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we are going to add half a teaspoon of salt. And we'll mix it all together. Woohoo! And this should be the final texture of your crumble or something similar to this. And now that Arman is back with me, we are going to put everything together and bake it. Arman, take it away.
So with our nonstick cooking spray, we will shake it and spray it from a slight distance. Make sure to get all parts of it, the sides, all sides.
Make sure you get that corner.
And make sure to get
Okay, that's good.
That's good. Now we will put in our fruit. Slowly.
And make sure to also have an even spread of this as well.
Okay. Now we're going to even it out, just shake it.
Okay, now that he's shaken it, we're going to take our cinnamon sugar that we made right before I taught you how to make the crumble, and we're going to sprinkle it over the fruit. Try to get it as even as possible. For the final touch, the crumble. It's like this, and then you can spread it out once you have all the crumble in the pan. As you can see, our crumble is now covering the fruit evenly. And so we are going to put it in our preheated oven at 350 degrees and bake for about an hour or until it is golden brown. Now that the crumble is done baking in the oven, it is time to finally take it out. Oh my goodness, the smell is so good. Look at that! Look at the golden brown! Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this for dessert. And just letting you know, Even though I am making this at altitude, I did not make any adjustments or modifications to this recipe. And you can eat this crumble with vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. You can eat it hot or cold. It really tastes good anytime. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications to get notified every single time I post a video. It really means a lot. And thank you for watching this video.